My name is Rajat Arya, and we work on sustainable AI. And I'm really glad to be here and seeing a lot of faces. And being in a technology college, I'm really glad that we are able to talk about these things and what we are looking for the next future and the coming years and the next 100 years, how we can build a better thing for all of us and for our future generations. So as we have our topic, future fossil ashes remain. It's a really interesting topic. When the team sent me this, I was really excited because that's something we are also working on. As we see, there's a lot of AI hype we are seeing from last 2 years, right? And now there's a lot of hype in India also, and then there's China and everybody coming and putting new model every day, right? I'll come on that, but we'll start before that this thing. Now imagine standing in front of a metal rack and wasted computers, cords, keyboards, your phones, your beloved phones, and look at it. It looks like a e-recycle waste, does it? Or it's more look like a tech graveyard? To me, more like a tech graveyard. So this is where our beloved phones go and die, right? I don't think that's the kind of ending I wanted while I use my phone or while I'm sitting on my gadgets whole day, right? But that's what's happening with us. So this is what we are leaving for our generation. Or I don't know, like in future, one of the archaeologists might dig up this pile and see what we were doing with us. Was it sustainable? Not at all, right? I mean, can you believe it? In just 2022, we literally wasted 62 million tons of electronic waste, which is equal to 1.5 million trucks. Mind you again, 1.5 million trucks, that's a lot, right? And that was just 2022. How did we reach there? I mean, our gadgets become tomorrow's fossil, right? That's what we are doing, but I don't think we are able to do it perfectly. This is a problem we are seeing. Buying new phones, new gadgets, earphone, whatnot. I mean, there's a need. I'm not saying we don't have to. Even I'm using one. I'm sticking to my laptop whole day. But how we are using it, that's more important. Are we using it sustainably or not? And now I come to this thing. Like, we are living in a really astonishing technological world. Like, every day we are seeing some amazing new things coming, whether it's AI, whether it's new gadgets, right? Especially AI. If I talk about AI, what do we see here? The AI is so interesting, and the kind of model we are building, or maybe the phones we are using, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, we are there whole day, right? But they are running on data centers, giant warehouses running 24/7, guzzling energies, right? And can you believe it? The data center now contribute 3.7% of global emission in the world. That's a lot, right? That's exactly equal to a whole lot of aviation industry. Now imagine all your email, videos, your AI queries polluting more than all the planes in the sky. That's scary, right? But that's what we are doing. But how did we reach there? That's the question. I think the thing is the insatiable appetite for technology. In the technology world, we have this thing called more is better. So more compute, more AI, more queries. We are doing everything more. We are loving this access right now. We are having it, right? But we are not seeing what is the repercussion we'll have of this in future. Maybe in the next 50 year also. We don't know. I'm not going to go to next 200, 300 year, maybe in the 50 year. Will that be good for us? No. Will that be good for our children? No. So we have to be little cautious what we are doing, right? And if I say like how we are coming up with every new model and the way we are celebrating every day, there's a new model coming from Google, maybe OpenAI, and then we are celebrating a model coming with billions of parameters. But do you know how much CO2 it's releasing, the greenhouse energy we are producing with these? That's a lot. It's somewhere around 6,26,000 pounds of CO2 in one model, which is again I'll give you some fact, equal to 5 cars running lifetime. That's a lot. So imagine running 5 cars a whole year for your one algorithm of AI. Again, that's not a solution, right? There's a problem there, which we need to see, right? And then there's a bigger thing, like, I think we all are sitting on ChatGPT nowadays, right? We are loving it. I mean, it's a go-to thing now, more than Google. But do you know one ChatGPT query is equals to 100 Google search? And now you can do the maths and calculate with millions. That's a lot again. There's a problem. But I think this reminds me of the TEDx theme. Innovation without foresight create the fossil for tomorrow's problem, which we are doing it right now. There's a problem. But that's not just with the technology. There's a bigger problem. That's the in every side we are seeing. Now you can see, what about the fast fashion? Like we love clothes, wearing new clothes, and the global brands churning out new collection every week, every month, and we just do buy and buy and buy, sitting on these apps and buying more and more clothes. That's the problem having. And now, can you believe it? We are literally producing 100 billions of garment every year. This was not there in last 20 years. This sudden happened. There's a lot of demand, especially after COVID we have seen. It's great, like we are spending, but again, we are just buying a lot of things just for one event or something. So I think that's, again, we need to think what we are doing. And if you see this image, it's not a AI generated image. Actually, there's a Chilean desert. They have dumped so many clothes there, now it's visible from the space. That's the picture. Can you believe it? They've dumped so many clothes there that's visible from the space. I don't think that's a good thing, that something wanna see from the space, if aliens ever see that, right? And again, the problem with the food. I think we have become so good generating food, how we are harvesting, how we are building food, and now getting into the more organic food. But the problem is we waste a lot and a lot of foods. That's the thing. I mean, 1/3 of food we never eaten. We are wasting a lot of food. And that from that rotten food, there's a gas we release called methane, which is also more potent than CO2, right? And that's what we are doing. Again, this is not we want. I mean, we are wasting literally 8%. I mean, that's the global emission of 8%. That's what humans are doing from the food, right? So it's in every sector, I believe, at this point. It's not just tech. It's like whether I call it fast fashion, whether I call it food, or any other sector, you will find the example. But that's not my point. I'm not here to scare you. I mean, we all know this is what's happening. But I think we need to see what next we can do. We have to look for solutions. And I'm not here to just paint a doom gloom picture, but to tell you what next can be done, right? And I think I can tell you from the industry I come from, which I understand the best, AI. That's what we were doing. Sustainable AI, right? So I think a year back, let me tell you a really interesting story. A year back, we also wanted to build a foundation model, or maybe any model, like how we are seeing in the market. And we planned to build this model, and where we wanted to put a lot of thousands of GPUs, compute, more and more power, right? How would that be possible? Again, you have to put millions of money. Even if I get millions of money, will it be sustainable? Because I'll have to keep coming with more and more new models, right? That will be a problem. What can we do? So while I was discussing with my engineers, my co-founder, and we were thinking this is not possible, and we don't have clearly that much money and the kind of GPU in India, right? We might have it. At this point, we don't have it. And the US government put pretty good sanction on us, right? So what can we do? We come up with this thing, one bit technology, right? What you do, basically, right now we see all the models 16 and 36 bit. Now if you go for 1 bit, suppose, like take an example, you're teaching a kid about a book, but just A and B, not with whole alphabet, but he can still reach there and understand everything, right? And that's what we are supporting, sustainable AI, reducing resource use in AI. But that's we can do in every industry, not just AI. That's the industry I come from, and you guys working on such thing, I'm sure you guys coming from tech, I'm really sure you guys must be trying a lot of things, a lot of different APIs, right? Now, do you want those APIs run on GPUs, or if you want these API we are building can run on local CPUs or on your computer. I think that's what we need, right? We can't have GPUs all the time. Maybe first, they are really expensive. Everybody can't have it. We are not getting the access of it. Another thing, the problem is they are not sustainable. That's the problem. That's we need to look out for, right? So that's what we did. Go for sustainable AI, how we can do it, but still maintain the accuracy, maintain the result, so we can stand out globally. That's what we need with our AI, right? And that's what we have to do with the fashion, whether it's food or whether any industry. And we are still started seeing a lot of example, whether it's the biodegradable or whether I'm seeing the textile industry, how they are approaching for uh, better skills and better ideas where they can build things which are not waste and create a better future for our next generation. Maybe that time archaeologists might see and think, okay, this was not the era of waste, maybe it was the start of sustainability. That's what we need for our future, right? And that's what we did. And I think that's what it is. And I think in the last, that's what I want to say, that whether it's the fashion, how we can advocate, how we can come up with the design, or it's food, how we can think of the full life cycle of any product we are building in any category, that will it be good for future generation? Can we recycle it? Can we use it? That's what matter, right? Instead of putting too much waste. Because if I go back to that first image, I don't think we want that. A really bad, airy smell of plastic burn, right? We don't want that. So that's the problem we are seeing, but I believe we are not late. We just started it. We are warming up, and we can do a lot better, where maybe in 2022, 25, someone who will be thinking about us and say, wow, they were doing really great. They were not doing bullshitting, and they were thinking for us and started building things which sustain for us and they can use it, right? That's what we need. So I think that's what we need to think while we are building it. Are we building a momentum of better things or a relic of regrets, right? We really need to be sure. So future is watching, guys. We need to know what we are doing, right? So build smartly, build mindfully, and build a better product for your future also. For your own future also, not just for your kids or the coming generation, but for next 10, 20, 50 years also. Because it's getting really wild now. Thank you.